We have team coverage of the events today in Washington and right here in Iowa. We start our coverage with Local 5's John Diaz. And John, we've been in contact with our senators and representatives in Congress throughout the evening. What's the latest?
Hey, Stephanie. The joint session of Congress reconvened just after 7 o'clock tonight. They are still there right now. We showed it to you at the top of the show, a live look right now inside the Capitol. Earlier this afternoon, Senator Chuck Grassley recessed the session as rioters stormed the Capitol. Senators and representatives who were there ordered to shelter in place. The senator, third in line for the presidency, sent out a statement saying in part, quote, "I condemn today's violence in the strongest terms, and perpetrators deserve to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law." He added, "This is a sad day for America as a nation. We must be better than this." Senator Joni Ernst tweeting this afternoon, calling the actions in Washington anarchy, saying it's a betrayal of America's ideals and that what is happening today is not peaceful and is not a protest. And we spoke with freshman Congresswoman Ashley Hinston as she sheltered in place in her Capitol office.
Like many members of Congress right now, I am in my office. We followed the instruction of Capitol Police when things started to get a little bit dicey over at the Capitol. I was over in the Capitol for the start of the joint session of Congress today, and then came back to my office in between. They had asked members of Congress who were not speaking during that first objection to head back to their offices because of COVID protocols. So members of the House, basically vacated the premises and went back to their offices. And then obviously things escalated. So you can probably hear some of the noise even outside of my office, but we're safe. My staff and I are hunkered down for the time being. And I'm just grateful for law enforcement doing their jobs today.
Another freshman Congress member from Iowa, Congresswoman Marionette Miller Meeks, encouraged protesters to move away from the Capitol building.
We are safe. We are sheltering in place. And, our message to people would be that just like the social unrest over the summer, I'm strongly in support of the constitutional right to protest, and protesting should be peaceful.
Respondent Hallie,
should not be breaching buildings or storming the Capitol. It is, very frightening. People need to be safe in their workplaces. And it's been a frightening thing for members, but people are remaining calm. The Capitol Police have done an outstanding job, and we would strongly encourage people to disperse and to peacefully protest in another part of the Capitol or the Capitol grounds.
Congressman Rancy Feenstra's staff reported that he was safe. Meanwhile, Congresswoman Cindy Axne was not at the Capitol when the violence started. She was at her apartment about a block away, watching it all unfold.
It's hard to put words around what's happening out here right now. It's just almost impossible to describe it. The streets are emptied. People are shuttered in their homes. Violence is ensuing. They're sitting in the speaker's chair in the chamber. There are folks who can't make it out of the Capitol for fear of their lives. There's already been somebody who's been shot. National Guard has been asked to come in. This is not a country. You would think that we're a country that we often write about in this country with the warfare that they're having. This is exactly what's happening on the streets of Washington, D.C. right now.
And a number of issues will be following in the days ahead. What charges rioters will face and what changes in security, if any, we can expect with inauguration just 2 weeks away. Stephanie?
A lot to consider after today, though. John, what did lawmakers have to say as they reconvene tonight?
Well, Stephanie, we heard lawmakers from both sides of the aisle continue to condemn the violence that we saw today, and many expressed determination to continue the certification of the Electoral College votes. Stephanie, back to you.
John, thank you.